So we're out here at Granby, the Granby Bow and Gun Club, where we do most of our training, and today was sort of the official unveiling of a standard that we've been thinking about and working on for a little bit over a year. We called it the BLE metric. BLE stands for Billies, or Bill Drills, for law enforcement. 5 very simple variations of the Bill Drill, testing what we think are the most important skills a police officer should have once they hit the street. There's no movement, there's no scanning, there isn't a single tactic involved, no decision-making, no communication, just how quickly and efficiently can you get the gun out, index it to a target, and hammer the trigger over a couple different spots on a piece of paper, right? So it is a raw skills test. Why Bill drills? Simply put, it is the easiest bill to know about and remember. It will be close to impossible to forget the round count. Unfortunately, there's something to be said about some kinds of standards and some kinds of qualifications as far as like complexity and remembering what to do, right? So we wanted to make sure there was no chance, a cop working on these and a cop showing up for his biannual qual. We want to make sure there's no chance that they could fuck it up. What's up, guys? Tyler Ostelhoff, founder of PGC Training Group. We're out here today shooting the BLE metric. This is our take on what a solid, challenging, but achievable police pistol qualification could be and should be, in our opinion, here in the state of Massachusetts and beyond. The BLE metric consists of 5 variations of the Bill drill, the most common drill known to man, so it's impossible to fuck up the round count. We're gonna shoot those BLEs from 10 yards on a standard USPSA target. For those who aren't familiar with the USPSA scoring, you've got a middle A zone here and a credit card A zone. Rounds here give you 5 points. Outside the A zone, you've got the C zone. Rounds in the C zone, and that goes up to that space outside the credit card, give you 3 points. The space outside the C zone is deemed the D zone, and that gives you 1 point. If you miss the target completely, it's minus 10 points. It'll absolutely crush your score. And for a couple of the variations where we're putting a specific amount of rounds into the face, if any of those rounds drop below this neckline, that also counts as a miss. There are no makeup shots, so it's your first 6 and only 6 shots out of the holster. All right, first variation of the Bill is gonna be a standard Bill drill to the center A zone, 6 shots from the holster. Very, very simple. Very, very good test of pure speed and accuracy. Here we go. It's a 244. Good A zone hits. Building number 2 is gonna be the same thing, Bill drill, except now we're trying to get these rounds into the credit card, so that A zone in the face. The reason why there is a line up there on the neck is because any shots that are below that line count as a miss. Okay, so a little more confirmation required here. Stand by. Okay, not the greatest, but it's a 346, 4 Charlies. Okay, building number 3 is gonna be 2 shots to the middle A zone. We're gonna transition up to the credit card for 2 shots and finish with the last 2 shots back into the middle A zone. So just a nice little transition here, good test of your eyeballs and your ability to attack and then slow down and then re-attack a target. The same conditions apply for the 2 shots that you put into the head box there, right? So we're going for that credit card, but if any of those 2 shots post-transition to the head fall below that line in the neck, counts as a miss, okay? Here we go, stand by. All right, 269. And I made up for those 4 Charlies. I think those are both in there. Okay, building number 4 is 3 shots to the middle A zone, followed by a reload with 3 more shots to the middle A zone. You can do this like a competition reload. You can do 3 rounds to an empty magazine and do a slide lock reload. It doesn't matter, but the same standard applies. We're still just going for a hit factor of 5 no matter what. Okay, stand by. I think I got 1C. It's a 365. Let 1 go. 365. Okay, last bill is going to be strong hand only. Strong hand only. For obvious reasons, we find cops getting in engagements like this all the time. Okay, so we think this skill is important. Strong hand only. Otherwise, it's a standard bill right to the middle A zone. Stand by. Another Charlie, but it's okay. 398. So hit factor scoring. We're gonna take all of these points, we're gonna add them up, then we're gonna take all of those times, we're gonna add those up, and we're gonna take the total number of points and divide them by the total number of time. We have yet to discover a better way to measure a real good balance between speed and accuracy. This is the metric that the USPSA uses, and we are firm believers that it is the same metric that police departments should be using to measure speed and accuracy together. So this might take me a minute, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Charlies. So it's minus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, minus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's out of a total of 150 points. So right now we're sitting at 138 points. So that strong hand only run was a 398. Nothing super special required for this, just a calculator. There are some apps out there you can get, some hit factor apps, but I think that's only really necessary if you're running longer stages. So you just need a calculator, no big deal. So 398 on that strong hand only. 365 on the 3 reload 3. 269 on the 2 transition back for the last 2. 244. No, 244 was for the standard bill. I just skipped one. Hold on, let me go back. I skipped the credit card bill. Let me look. Credit card bill was 346. Yep, that sounds about right. Okay. Okay, so the total time, 1622. So it'll be 138 points divided by 1622. 138 points divided by 1622 gives us a hit factor of 8.508. In full disclosure, I did run this once cold when I got here. Alex is thinking that in the back of his head, you could say it. I ran it cold. And then I did do a couple of bills just to the credit card to get warmed up. So super achievable, I think, for patrolmen to be able to do this after a week of proper practical and performance shooting training at a 5, right? If we actually spend the time in academies doing this type of training with our vision grip and trigger control in mind, fuck all the tactics, fuck all the movement, fuck all the screaming, I think 5 is super achievable. If you're one of the dudes teaching recruits and then officers at qualifications how to do this, you should be able to do it in 6.5, okay? So 5 and 6.5. The reason that we're here doing this, the reason that we believe in this metric so much is because how far behind we think the large majority of police departments are, specifically departments in Massachusetts. And we think that a metric like this, or even just the template of a metric like this with hit factor as your scoring system, will be one of the first things that we can do to get both instructors to explore the world of performance, to get better and faster while also being accurate. But then also, we'll have a very clear end state when we're teaching recruits and to-be police officers how to shoot. I think if we aren't focused on both the speed and accuracy part of shooting, then we're ultimately failing our officers when they graduate in academy and come out on the street.